Trump supporter Jack Posobiec claims you won't see people on the right celebrating the horrific murder of Rob Reiner and his wife, compared to the left's reaction to Charlie.
Good morning to you, Bill. The investigation is ongoing here in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles as police continue to go through the property behind the gates that you can see from one of our live cameras here as they investigate the deaths of two people whose identities the police are still refusing to confirm, even as the Reiner family released a statement.
Yes, this tweet Trump sent out is causing a lot of problems on social media. Libras are melting down about it. If I look through, you can clearly see it. I believe you've seen it. A lot of people are not happy with what Trump sent out. Even some conservatives are not really okay with that. Some says this is not the time. Before we go into this full analysis and how Libras are reacting to this,
the police are still refusing to confirm, even as the Reiner family released a statement confirming indeed that those who were killed on that property were the famed director Rob Reiner and his wife Michele. The LAPD held a somewhat shambolic news conference last night in which they danced around the identities of those who had been killed and the identity of any potential suspect. Listen here.
At this time, the Los Angeles Police Department is not seeking anyone as a suspect or as a person of interest or in any other manner, and we will not be doing that until we conduct our investigation and we move forward.
Now, police did confirm that the call for help came from inside the family home. We believe that that may have come from one of the Reiner's daughters, Romy. As for a suspect, there is some reporting that police have been questioning 32-year-old Nick Reiner, who has in the past spoken about his struggles with addiction and mental health issues. Now, his father, Rob, obviously famed for so many movies, among them the blockbusters When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, and A Few Good Men. He was revered in Hollywood. His good friend and the star of When Harry Met Sally, Billy Crystal, was seen here near the property last night after the news broke, appeared to be close to tears. Another colleague, Ron Howard, paid tribute.
You will know them by the fruits of their labors. Rob Reiner was an angry, vile man. He shouldn't have been killed by his son, though. That wasn't right. But it shows you what happens when you're raised in that environment, when anything that you want is okay, that you can justify anything, and mommy and daddy tell you that you're not going to get the inheritance that you thought you were going to get, and, well, that's what happens.
Laura Luma and majority agreeing clash over this. When you take a look at these, Rob had a level of TDS that likely exuded a level of craziness around those he spent time with. Many people who have crazy kids have psychiatric issues themselves. You will notice a lot of celebrities have kids with addiction, trans, this spoiled kid who commit crimes, and kids who are total big losers because many were raised to have no accountability by parents who subscribe to hardcore liberalism. Trump is right. Reiner himself sounded insane when he was speak. Imagine how crazy his own kid was. We have a mental health crisis in America. This was Laura replying to what Trump sent out. At a certain point, I have a problem with this. This is not the time to be doing this. I saw when Charlie was, a lot of people on the other side sent out ridiculous messages on social media. Some people they were even cancelled. Here, I saw people getting fired from their job site. No matter your political differences, this is not the time to do this.
Yeah, and unfortunately, President Trump is out this morning with a pretty crude, pretty crass post about Reiner, suggesting that maybe somehow he died because of his hatred for all things Trump. Hopefully that's not going to get too much attention today, as it really muddies and pollutes the discourse. We're talking, unfortunately, about a Hollywood mystery, right? We have police on the scene investigating what is an apparent homicide. Unless it, somehow there was some accident at the home, and there's no indication this was an accident. We're talking about a situation where someone seemed to want Rob and Michele Reiner dead, and there's a lot of questions I'm sure the authorities are trying to answer and will then answer in the public in due course.
That's the liberal mentality. They lived and died by exactly how they lived. Now, the fact that I'm pointing that out doesn't make me somebody that, oh, you're disrespecting him. I have no respect for Rob Reiner. He was a vile pig. Did I mention that at the beginning? But I did not wish death upon him or his wife, or that his family be destroyed this way. No, I didn't have to. Liberal ideology did all the work for me.
But we should not celebrate his demise. That is the best way to do it.
Our democracy is being taken away from us, and we only have about a year. Just to be clear about this, and people, you're doing a great job, and a lot of other people are doing a good job to tell people what is actually happening in this country. But make no mistake, we have a year before this country becomes a full-on autocracy and democracy completely leaves us. And we're looking at the election in 2026, and Donald Trump knows. He knows that in a free and fair election, he will lose. He will lose the House. The House will flip and will become into Democratic hands. There'll be committee chairs that'll be able to hold hearings. And this is the last thing he wants. So this little, these ICE agents and the national...
Mr. Reiner, why do you think more celebrities are scared to talk about Donald Trump? Like you've been the only one that's really...
I don't know why. You gotta lead from the top, It'll be the end of American democracy.
Do you think more celebrities will start speaking out as it gets closer?
I do think so.
I can play some of these videos so you can see what he was doing. He did not allow Trump to speak throughout. But that is still not a justification for us to celebrate his passing. It is not. Sometimes when I see things happening, I just want to believe that the other side would take it normally. I expected a lot of people not to blow this up on social media or celebrate or say some kind of things. I expected that, especially the conservative movement, because it actually went bad when Libras started celebrating Charlie's passing. Yeah, to some of them. I didn't expect to see this happening today.
All right, guys, let's be real here. This is a little much. This is not great. So Trump came out and made a tweet after Rob Reiner was with his wife by his son, and while everything in here is 100% true, it's so fucking insensitive. Now, if you haven't heard, Rob Reiner, Wolf of Wall Street, All in the Family, he was murdered by his son, and his wife was murdered, their son, brutally. And yeah, that's what Trump was talking about.